He's going to be bringing his Aiken and Friends Music Fest to Raritan Valley Community College coming up a little bit later on this month. And it's great to welcome to our Newsmaker hotline this morning. We have Mike Aiken with us here. Mike, good morning. It's Bert Barron. How are you today?
Morning, Bert. I'm doing very well.
Good, man. Good to talk to you. This Aiken and Friends Fest, this sounds like it's going to be a bunch of fun days at Raritan Valley College. How long have you been doing the Aiken Fest thing around the country?
This will be the 13th year.
Nice. This is something that kind of grows and gets bigger and better every year, right?
Yes. It started out in Virginia, and then the way it came to Raritan is my full band was booked there about 3-4 years ago. And then talking to the presenter at the theater, he was interested in the festival, so he came down to Virginia to check it out for a few years, and then we figured how we could bring it up to Raritan. So I'm pretty excited.
Awesome. It's going to begin with a Songwriters in the Round show that's going to happen on Friday, September 21st, and the event goes throughout the weekend. Talk about the events, Mike. What's going to be happening that weekend?
Sure. Well, there's a lot of artists coming in. We're combining it with community days for the college. The college is celebrating 50 years this weekend, so they're doing that along with the festival. So it's going to be a big deal that way. Actually, it starts out on Thursday with a mini residency of a band, MSG Blues Band, acoustic blues band, and they do really traditional Piedmont blues. They're coming in Thursday to do about a 2-hour sort of seminar on where that music came from, how it influenced other music, when that was a real strong source in the Carolinas. And it goes into Friday, which is a Writers in the Round show. And if your listeners don't know what that is, if they've ever seen the show Nashville, it'll just be 3 songwriters, and that'll be Brian Ashley Jones, Sally J, and myself. And we'll be doing a lot of stories behind the songs we've written, whether we've had other people record them, we've recorded them. We just did that show, maybe 3 weeks ago at the Bluebird in Nashville and sold that out, and we're bringing it here. So that's going to be a good time. And then Saturday starts with, and by the way, Saturday in the afternoon, the full day is free to the public, so we just want to fill the quad up. That would be great.
Nice.
And that starts out with Phil Swanson and Joe Stones, and those two gentlemen, when we do a competition every year, that we go to some of the local open mics and really start searching for really good, local songwriters. And a lot of times these are folks just starting out that don't have a chance to really play their original music anywhere. So these two won last year, and they opened up for us, for the Mike Aiken Band, and then we brought them back as acts on their own this year to start out on the quad, and that's Phil and Joe. And then it is a show of acoustic, MSG Acoustic Blues Trio, and what you'll see there is just that very, very rootsy. 3 people, and you'll find they're doing really traditional Piedmont blues. It's a great show. Then it goes to Banjo, Nickaroo, and the Western Scooches, and those folks are touring the country, pushing a new record they have out there out of New York City. And then it goes to Session Americana, and that band's out of Boston. So they'll wrap up the quad show, and out in the quad that day there will be food vendors, there will be artisans and crafts. There'll be new for this year. We're doing a kids area, so there'll be making banjos out of shoeboxes and just a lot of stuff so people can come with their family and let the kids have a good time, run around while they're checking out the music and be part of the whole scene. And then it goes into Saturday evening where I bring in my full band, and we do a show called Tall Tales and Troubadours, and there's a big video component to that, and I bring out the band. And it's a Roots Americana, it's the style of music. What we're really trying to support is original music. It's not really a cover band sort of event. It's all these bands are out there and have been working real hard building their name, building their style of music, and that's what we bring in to support.
This is awesome, and you could purchase that. There's a weekend pass that you can buy one price and go to as many of these events as you want to. Mike, is that how it works?
Yeah, everything. It is. You can go to each theater night if somebody just wants to go to the theater. Friday night is $20. Saturday night is $20. Well, I didn't mention Friday afternoon and Saturday afternoon. We're also giving sort of master classes on workshops. There'll be guitar workshops, a songwriting workshop, and a music promotion workshop going on. Those would be $10, but for $30, you can get to go to anything you want for the weekend.
Great stuff. Wow.
So that's just, to go see really any one of these bands on their own, you'd spend $30, but to go for a whole weekend and hit the workshops and do everything.
Yeah.
They can get the weekend passes. Really are bought through the box office. Let me give you a number for that.
Sure.
It is 908-725-3420.
Awesome. Okay, and rvccarts.org is the website, too, where all the information is, right?
Well, you can find some there, and you can also go to, all spelled out, Aiken and Friends Fest.com, and you spell Aiken, A-I-K-E-N.
Very cool. Some of these workshops here that are happening, first of all, anybody that wants to make some sort of inroads in the music business, that one that Amy is hosting, boy, if you want to learn about promoting music, for $10, that's going to be great information. But the one you're hosting, Mike, on songwriting, what makes the perfect song, or what inspires you to sit down and write a song? Does it just kind of come to you? Do you have to work at it? What's your process for songwriting?
Yeah, the answer is both. I mean, it is there's a diligence there. You definitely learn by almost making yourself do it. You get your brain so it sort of tunes into that. But at the same time, you can't say, I'm going to write a hit song today. Otherwise, we'd all have hit songs every day.
Right.
There's a lot of inspiration that comes. I tell people, and it's one of the things, keep their phone on and their camera on their phone as you're driving around. You get inspiration all over. The hurricanes that just came through. I mean, there's going to be all sorts of, it may be a rough inspiration, but inspiration for that, all sorts of stories. I mean, anything that hits you that way.
Yeah, and probably for you probably encounter all kinds of people around the country that kind of bring different things to you, I'm sure, and maybe that inspires you to put something down on paper, right?
Absolutely. I mean, Amy and I have been living on sailboats for the past 25, 26 years and living sort of all over the world.
Nice.
At different times, and that's all inspiration. I mean, you can sit down. It's interesting. I'm bringing in Sally J. On that with me, and it's just a different perspective having other people. And then there is the thing that I try to get people to start to do is to sort of learn how to co-write. There's a lot of people that they'll sit in a room and they'll sort of try hard by themselves. Mm-hmm. Having the inspiration of another person with you, if it's inspiration, if it's let's say a Beatles thing, Lennon and McCartney, for theirs there was a lot of competition to be better than the other guy.
Right.
That helps, so.
Interesting. Well, this is going to be a couple great days, that's for sure. It's Aiken and Friends Music Fest coming to Branchburg, Raritan Valley Community College in Branchburg, the beautiful campus there, and just a bunch of days of just some great live music, some workshops, and really something for everybody. The phone number one more time, Mike, as we wrap up.
Sure. The box office is 908-725-3420.
Very cool. Singer-songwriter Mike Aiken. Great to talk to you today, man, and enjoy your visit to New Jersey. And this is going to be wildly successful, I think. So thank you for the time today. All right, man?
Thanks very much for getting me on.